Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, there has been in place in Kentucky now for a very long time something called Certificate of Need. And in a nutshell, for there to be expansion of services and competition in services, there needs to be an application process through the Department of Human Resources and Health Services, through the process in order to get permission. It's called a Certificate of Need process. I once worked at a law firm now called DBL Law. It was once called Deters, Lavelle, when I was a young lawyer. And I remember watching this process take place. And what happens is those people, those places, like St. Elizabeth Medical Center, who has a stronghold in an area, always oppose the competition from coming in. And I am going to use St. Elizabeth Medical Center as an example of this issue. St. Elizabeth Medical Center recently successfully fought this process through the court system. By the way, the process takes forever. Christ Hospital wanting to bring in a surgical center here in Northern Kentucky. Everybody who lives in Northern Kentucky, everybody knows that if you got a heart issue, you're better off going to Christ. Everybody knows if you got a child issue, you want to go to Cincinnati Children's. Everybody knows if you got a trauma issue, you want to go to University. Everybody knows if you got a prenatal issue, you want to go to Good Sam. And you know what? It might just be across the river, but it's still inconvenient. And you know what? Why shouldn't we have competition in the area? Now, here's what St. Elizabeth Medical Center and other hospitals, by the way, the Kentucky Hospital Association supports keeping the Certificate of Need. Do you know what they say? They say by keeping out the competition and having one hospital do it all, reduces costs and provides better services. They lie. This just came out, by the way, from Columbus Dispatch, USA Today, a couple weeks ago. Headline, hospital mergers lead to higher prices for patients. See, it's the same concept. In other words, reduce competition. If you need to go to the hospital in Ohio these days, your choices are dominated by a handful of multi-billion-dollar medical systems. Ohio's 7 largest medical systems run a combined 58 community hospitals, more than 40% of the total. Leaders of these systems say healthcare consolidation means better, more cost-effective care and improved access for specialists. But numerous independent studies over the past decade found that 2 things typically happen under a consolidated system. Patients pay more, and the care typically doesn't improve. I remember talking to Willie about radio and talk radio in the tri-state, and he said all the talk radio hosts wished 55 KRC and 700 WLW were owned by different companies. They're not. Why? Because then the talk radio hosts could make more money by seeing who would pay them the most. They're being both owned by the same company prohibits that. If you're a healthcare worker in St. Elizabeth Medical Healthcare, do you think competition on this side of the river would increase or decrease your wages? So, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, I am making a very bold and, I believe, smart policy position. You know who's going to oppose this? St. Elizabeth Medical Center. I don't care. I don't care. Anybody who works for St. Elizabeth Healthcare and all of us that need healthcare services should support my policy position, which is it's time to end the Certificate of Need process in the state of Kentucky. When I'm elected governor, I will do all I can. By the way, a lot of these, I got to work with the legislature. I will support the end of the certificate of need process in the state of Kentucky. Folks, this is a big policy position. I thought about having it outside Samsworth Medical Center when I announced it. But it's good enough to do it here in my studio, and I'm going to make sure I send it out to my entire email list. It is time for healthy competition in Kentucky. And you know what? If you want to hear more about this, I've placed my policy position on DetersForGovernor.com. It's under Certificate of Need. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.